Juce Daddy. I'm out here in my storage unit, kind of going through some stuff, put some stuff away. Thought I'd tape some stuff in case I ever do a PS1 collection video. I've got some games out in the storage unit. Got Chef's Love Shack, Mary-Kate Ashley Olsen, SpongeBob, Super Sponge, Rainbow Six, Miss Pac-Man, Air Combat, M&M, Star Wars Phantom Menace, Driver 2. Also just found this brand new copy of WCW Nitro. Taking that with me. I'm going to try to sell that. I have no need to keep that. See if I can sell that on Macari. If I find any others out here in the storage unit, we'll turn on the camera. If not, we'll get back to Casa de Juce Daddy. What are these? Oh, these are all PS1. Cool Borders, Cool Borders 2, Cool Borders 3, Warzone, Game Day 99, Need for Speed High Stakes, Test Drive 5, Test Drive Off-Road, Gran Turismo, the other discs, Gran Turismo 2, WCW vs. the World, Die Hard Trilogy, Twisted Metal, Tekken 3, God, I know some of these are duplicates. Wild 9, that's a duplicate, I know. Twisted Metal 3, Driver 2, that's a duplicate, it's right there. There's the other disc. To try to sell the Siphon Filter, I know that's a duplicate. NFL Blitz, Final Fantasy 8. Oh, okay. With the manual. Alright. If I find any more PS1 titles, I'll turn on the camera. Otherwise, I've got a whole stack in the apartment I was going to move out here. I'm like, I better do a PS1 pickup video before I move them out to the storage unit. And as you can see, I've already got a ton of games out here. Alright, continuing the PS1 collection video. I've got a stack of games right here that I'm about to move out to the storage unit. We were just at the storage unit and I showed you some of the games I had out there for PS1. Actually showed you all the games I had out there for the PS1. Well, these are games I'm going to move out there because small apartment, I need shelf space, and all these games I believe are worth $10 or less. So I'm going to stick them in a box and go let them join their friends. Got some loose discs. These loose discs, I don't know which of these games it came in, but I bought a game at a thrift store for like $1. And not only did it have the game complete, it had these loose discs all sitting in there. So really I got 4 games for that $1, but nothing special. Big Game Hunter, Covert Ops, Nuclear Dawn, and this NBA. Look how long Tim Duncan was in the league. NBA Live 2000. There's Timmy Duncan. All right. We have another combat, or Air Combat. I think I had one of these out in the storage unit. So this is number 2. Not worth a whole lot. Maybe I can throw it a lot or throw it in a free pile, put it in our 300 sub contest, and we'll do something with that. I don't know what. All right. Don't want to spend too much time on these. Gran Turismo 2, one of those common games on the system. Tons of fun, but NFL Extreme from the makers of NFL Game Day, kind of their version of NFL Blitz. Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle. I think it has a playable version of regular Pitfall, but I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't. Oh wait. Yeah, there it is. You can play the Atari not like the Atari 2600 version of Pitfall is all that rare or expensive, but it's on there. Army Men 3D. Cool Borders 3. There's a copy of NFL Game Day 99. Man, the first NFL Game Day, probably one of my, oh wow, as far as sports games go, just putting that in for the first time, absolute game changer. Playing those football games in 3D like that. You don't know Jack? Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. Just doesn't look right in a Rangers jersey. Bass Landing. Out of this whole stack of games right here, this is probably the most valuable game, about $10.99, something like that. Triple Play 98. You can see I got that at a Goodwill about 6 years ago. Probably only because Brian Jordan was on the cover. Big Cardinals fan, as you probably know if you watch the channel. Namco Museum Volume 3. Pro Pinball Fantastic Journey. First of 3 pinball games in this stack. Jet Moto 2, disc and back only. There's a second one. Austin Powers Pinball. Yeah, baby. Test Drive Off-Road 2. I did the American version of Yeah, baby. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, the classic right there. Everybody had this back in the day. Everybody played it. I was never a huge fan. And, Darkstone. Looks like I need to work on some sticker residue. Who cares? Oh, Burstick Wakeboarding? Is that what's... Focus. Burstrick. Yeah, okay. Cool Borders 2001, disc and back only. WCW versus the World. Probably the best WCW game on PlayStation. Definitely better than Nitro and Thunder. Look at that. Flair, Guerrero, Hogan, Malenko, Benoit. Chris Benoit here, and he's really mad. Chris Benoit is here, and he's really angry. Let's see. We have a murderer, and we have the guy who killed Elizabeth. Just sitting right next to one another. Good for them. Cool Borders 4. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I believe this is the one, if you find the PS2 version, you can make a little money on that. Is that Sorcerer's Stone on PS2? I think I sold one recently. Namco Museum Volume 1. NHL Rock the Rink. Sledstorm. Snowcross Championship Racing. Two snowmobile games back to back. Test Drive 5. There's WCW Nitro. You saw me pull the sealed version out of my storage unit. Got that on sale right now on Macari. Hey, look, it's Kiss Pinball. I love Kiss. You wanted the best, you got the best. 2 incredible tables, double the action. They never actually put this in. I have no idea what Kiss songs are on it. I'm kind of curious. Should throw that in before I take it out to the storage unit. NASCAR Racing. As you can see, a lot of Goodwill stickers on these games. Goodwill used to be good to me. That was back in 2013 too. Beyblade, Let It Rip. The Italian Job. A Rockstar game. Siphon Filter, another classic. Space Invaders. NHL Face-Off 2001. And WCW NWO Thunder. More wrestlers than in Nitro, but just the same type of gameplay. Look, feel the power. Wonder if New Day, man, we need a slogan for our group. Let's sit here and play WCW NWO Thunder and try to think of a slogan. Guys, I got it. Anyway, there's a stack of games heading to the storage unit. Now let's get to some of the better games, some of the heavy hitters in my collection for PS1. Alright, continuing with the Juce Daddy PS1 collection. We got a big stack right here, so let's just get right into it. Long box games. I have a few, not too many. I have Descent. Air Combat. Which you see I got a thrift store for $4.50. Gex. Battle Arena Toshinden 2. Loaded. And Battle Arena Toshinden. Looks like I got it at the same thrift store as that other one. Alright, let's just start, let's just pick a stack here. Start here. We have G-Police. Time Commando. Final Fantasy Chronicles, Final Fantasy IV Chrono Trigger. I believe I got this at a garage sale for $1 a few years back. Fighting Force. Wild 9. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. One of my favorite games on the system. I really like this game. Gauntlet Legends. I believe that was a Goodwill find. Resident Evil 2. Vigilante 8. Nightmare Creatures. Looks like the case is a little warped there. Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man were garage sale finds. I remember those, picking up for $1 a piece. Final Fantasy IX Greatest Hits. Twisted Metal Small Brawl. Twisted Metal 4. Twisted Metal 3. Dino Crisis, a recent pickup from our buddy Terry over at Nostalgia Lane. Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which I believe was a garage sale $5 game box find for $1. So was this, Crash Bandicoot 2. Project Titan Time Crisis. X-Files, in really good shape. It was half price at this particular thrift store that day, so I got this for $3. Crash Bandicoot. And Rage Racer. This is the first racing game I had on PS1. It's a pretty good one. MLB 2001. Ridge Racer. Jet Moto. Fear Effect. TRAG, Tactical Rescue Assault Group, Mission of Mercy. Final Fantasy Tactics. Man, I tried getting into this back in the day, but I'm just not a strategy RPG guy. Not a fan. Beyond the Beyond. Pandemonium. And its sequel, Pandemonium 2. Underrated series right here. Colony Wars. That's the third one, I believe. Vengeance. Red Sun, I think, was the second one. I think. Maybe it's the opposite way. But that's the first one. Colony Wars. This game has got some great FMV, fully voiced sequences. It's kind of not hard. It's kind of hard to get into. But I think they're really good. Evil Dead, Hail the King. This was another garage sale find. No back. That's alright. Civilization 2. WWF In Your House. Wild Arms. Couple stretch of $5 game box games right here. I know Wild Arms is one, so was In Your House, and so is this next one, Point Blank. Twisted Metal 2. Is that our second copy of Twisted Metal 2? I have to double check. Metal Gear Solid. In case you're ever missing the code because you don't have the case. There's Final Fantasy VII. Wipeout. Gosh, got that almost 6 years ago at a Goodwill. Whew. Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. Medieval, just the artwork and the disc. Intelligent Cube, disc only. I remember getting that from GameStop. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Spyro Year of the Dragon. Spyro Ripto's Rage. Crash Bash, Raiden Project, Danger Girl. This was a $5 game box find, garage sale. So was this one, ECW Anarchy Rules. Nice little find this was. Chrono Cross, I remember finding this at a Goodwill, I believe, for 49 cents. You may have seen a little video I did about Spice World not that long ago. Blast Lacrosse. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Star Wars Master of Terrace Kasai. Tomb Raider. Streak Hoverboard Racing. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Big Ol' Bass 2. NASCAR Rumble. The Grinch. Case disc, no front artwork or manual. Star Wars Dark Forces. You may recall I got this at a pawn shop as part of the $5 game box. It was in a big giant, like a big DVD case. But it had everything. It had the back art. And it had the side and even the inserts. So I put it together. Now we got a complete copy. Crusaders of Might and Magic. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2, The Hidden Empire. Here's one to look out for. Sheep Raider. It's about a $35 game right here. I found this in a pawn shop. Not a pawn shop, a thrift store that no longer exists in tiny little Three Forks, Montana. I believe it is complete, yes. For like $2 I got this. Sheep Raider. Based on Looney Tunes. The cartoon where the sheepdog and the wolf, Ralph Wolf and Sam Sheepdog, they clock in at the beginning of the day, and the wolf tries to get the sheep, and the sheepdog tries to not let him get the sheep. It is a stealth game where you're trying to avoid getting caught by the sheepdog. It's a pretty decent game. A lot of fun. R4, Ridge Racer Type 4. Star Wars Demolition. Grand Theft Auto 2. Pac-Man World. Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Soul Blade. Disc only, Bushido Blade 2. Tekken 3. Tomb Raider Chronicles. Air Combat. I think I've had a couple of these. I need to get rid of some. And Reloaded. This is a recent pickup. I bought this off eBay not that long ago for a pretty good price. All right. One more round of games to go. The ones I call the heavy hitters. The PS1 heavy hitters. Coming up. All right, here we are. A little stack of what I consider the big heavy hitters that I own on PS1. Let's just get right to it. I can't even see them. Got them upside down. Doom. That is the long box version of the disc. So disc only, we're talking about a mid-30s game right there. This is Diablo. Once again, disc only, about mid-30s. Tomba. $5 garage sale find for the $5 game box. About a $50 loose disc game right there. Race Storm. Picked this up off Macari for $30-ish. Just the manual and artwork and disc only, unfortunately. But still, a really good shooter. $40-ish, I think. It's a good value. We have Final Doom. Street Fighter Plus Alpha. I believe I got this at the same thrift store as that Sheep Raider. That was a pretty good day for some cheap PS1 games that are decent titles. Ah, Parasite Eve. I love this game. I love this game. Great game. Parasite Eve 2. Not as big a fan of this game, but still. Squaresoft, my God. Squaresoft and PS1. Name a better combination. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, greatest hits version. Found that for $1.50 at a Goodwill. $1.49. Looking about a $50 game or so. As you saw in the last episode of the $5 Game Box, I got the non-greatest hits version disc at a garage sale. Paid $20 for a whole bunch of stuff, including that game Loose Disc, which of course we turned into Swordmaster for NES. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Don't you love going through a stack of games and finding one that you didn't know was valuable? World of Dragon Warrior Tornico The Last Hope. This is like a $40 game. I had no idea. Lunar Eternal Blue Complete. We just got Lunar in the $5 game box. Silhouette Mirage, still sealed. Brand new. It's occurred to me it doesn't do me much good being still sealed. But, wow. Great game, too. I kind of want to open up and play it again. Oh, but it's sealed. Why did I buy it sealed? I don't know. Elemental Gearbolt. If you can't name a better combination than Squaresoft and PS1, working designs in PS1. You got 1 and 1A right there. Just produced some masterpieces. That whole generation got some good stuff on the Saturn, too. Dragon Valor. Tomba 2. This came out of the $600 game box. Go back and find that video and all the good stuff I got. Paid $600 for over $3,500 in value in system and games. That was one of the PS2 games I got. So was this one. Alundra. Guardians Crusade. Paid $15 for a whole tub. A tub about 3 times the size of this one right here. Had a PS1, had a Game Boy Advance, had a bunch of Xbox games, and this was in there as well. I made some money selling the stuff. Got to keep that. And finally, one of the original game goals of the $5 game box, Einhinder. A beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous shooter on the PS1. And we got that for buy, sell, and flipping for the $5 game box. We made it a game goal. It was the second game ever we bought right after Haunting Ground. And, it's a great game. It's a great title. Alright, y'all. That has been Juce Daddy's PS1 collection so far. Just going through it. Man, my nostalgia for PS1 is almost as much as NES, SNES. I was a PS1 guy that generation. I was not an N64 guy, and nobody I know had a Saturn. I was PS1, and I had a lot of these games. I'm glad I got a lot of them back. I had that back in the day. Einhinder, I'm glad to have it back. Glad to pick up stuff I wanted back then, like Elemental Gearbolt and Silhouette Mirage. Oh, now I'm kind of hoping I find a big PS1 lot, because there's a lot of games still on PS1, a lot of shooters. There's a couple R-type games, and a couple more working design titles I'd like to pick up. A couple Darius games. PS1, man, underrated. And I think people are going to start catching up to some. I mean, a lot of the titles don't look great, but the classics, man, are just classic. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. More Juice Daddy collections coming up in the near future, including one for Wii U, probably sometime soon. Of course, more episodes of the $5 Game Box and Juice Daddy pickups. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you wish. See you soon.